congratulations for your win in Formentera.
Yeah.
So it's your third in a row in Spain now after La Roda and Menorca, right?
Yeah.
And what were the difficulties, the challenges you found in each tournament, like in La Roda, in Menorca, and Formentera? What made it different each time, and what was the most difficult thing in each tournament?
Yeah, all three tournaments were quite strong, and yeah, they had their own difficulties. I mean, especially this Formentera, it was a 10-round event. It was quite a long event, so I had to stay focused throughout the event. Yeah, I'm just in a very good form, so it was all.
It was a good form in Spain, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And you drew your game today after winning, after beating Satsikiran yesterday. You drew your game, and it was pretty quick, a pretty quick draw. So we were asking ourselves if you had the other game in mind, and if you already knew that with a draw you would win the tournament, or you just were focusing in the game and were not checking the other game. And if you can also tell us about your today's game, that would be nice.
So before the game, I had a brief idea in mind that I'll keep my eyes on both of the boards, and I'll just play a position where I'm not running a lot of risks. And if I see that the second board has finished in a draw, I thought I'll take a draw, or else I'll try to press a bet. And luckily the second board was also a quick draw. So yeah, I just thought I'll take a draw and clinch the tournament.
So you offered?
Yeah, I offered a draw, and yeah.
So you knew exactly that with a draw you would win the tournament, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was, I mean, it was a quick draw, but I think there were some strategic, interesting moments in the game, and probably I thought I was slightly better in the final position after H5, but it turns out that Black is quite comfortable, because after G5 I'll have to go knight D3, and I thought I'll get my knight to F5 somehow, but he can just play bishop C8 and control the squares. So I thought it was pretty fair decision.
So when you saw the draw in the other game, you thought you wanted to go to the beach instead of playing, but you didn't expect to come to the beach like this, right?
Anyways, I don't think I would have gone to the beach. Yeah.
Well, we'll have maybe a little surprise for you after the surprise ceremony.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Yesterday you played Grandmaster Sassikiran, your fellow countryman. How was the game? It was a pretty impressive win by you. So how was it? What can you tell us about the game? What was your, how did you feel about it?
Yeah, it was a very interesting and probably the most important win of my tournament. And I mean, he showed a new, not exactly new, but an idea which I was not aware of. In a position where bishop e3 has been played a lot of times, he played h3, and I didn't know the move, but I was not really concerned, because I thought h3 was not a very good move, because the main problem for black in the position is the e4 knight, which might get trapped after f3, but after he played h3, I'll always have this g3 square in case he plays f3. So I just played a couple of natural moves, and he was taking a lot of time. So yeah, and then in the end, it was in the time trouble he had done it.
So he had the time trouble yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's your first time, obviously, to Formentera. Probably it's the first time the tournament is played. What do you think of Formentera? How did you like the place? Is it what you expected? What are the playing conditions? Because it's played in a tent, and we had a windy day and so on. Did it disturb you, or were the views in exchange for that good enough, and being like a natural place made up for everything?
Yeah, especially it was a well organized event, especially for a first time. So I mean, the playing conditions, the atmosphere, everything was perfect. I really loved it, and yeah, there was a windy day. It was game 6, I think, and it was quite a windy day. But okay, except for that one day, everything else was perfect. So,
yeah. Did you suffer that the tent would fall on your head the windy day? Did you think about it, or you just were focused in the game?
I did get that thought, but
So
I was hoping that it would happen.
were you thinking to offer a quick draw to run out of there, or you just
Maybe if it started getting really bad, I would have done that.
so you managed to focus on the game despite the wind? Okay, so you've been to the Sunway event in Sitges. That was 2018, I think.
2018 and 2019.
And you almost broke the record of becoming the youngest grandmaster in history. Back then, it was a big hype. What do you think there are different similarities between two tournaments or two Sunway events, or do you think they are completely different, or do you think the organization do you recognize the organization of Sunway in the Formentera event, or what do you think about both events?
Yeah, I mean, Sunway Sitges is already a well-established event. It's almost a tradition. It's a tournament every chess player looks forward to. So, but this is the first time, and yeah, there were some similarities. Like the food was amazing. There was a nice view from the playing hall, and yeah, the organizers, you did everything in your control to make it a very good tournament, and yeah, it was a great success.
So do you think we'll have some more players of India coming next year,
I hope
like
so.
we have in Sitges?
Yeah, I would really recommend this event. I really enjoyed my time in Formentera and also in Sitges. Yeah, I would recommend it to everyone.
That's kind. You were talking about India. We have the Olympiad this year in India in a couple of months, or a little bit more. And you'll be playing. You just told me you would be playing for the first time in an Olympiad, in a chess Olympiad. What are the goals for your team? What do you think the goals should be, and what are your personal goals? And how does it feel that it's organized in Chennai? What do you think about it?
Yeah, personally, for me, it's a great honor to play for India in one of the biggest, the biggest team event in chess. It's my first time, so I'm a little bit nervous and looking forward to it. And also, it's even more special that it's happening in my hometown, which is Chennai. Yeah, I think we have a pretty good team. Everyone is, very talented, and they are capable of playing much better than their rating. So yeah, our team, I think, will just try to have fun and do our best. And for me, I'll try to play a lot of strong players and score as many points as possible for team.
We had actually your team, not your men's team, but your women's team, comes from Sitges in September, having taken bronze. I think it was the first time. I'm not sure in a world team event. I'm not sure about it, but they were really happy about it, and they had a good, a good time in Sitges, I think.
Yeah.
So they set up the mark for you at the Olympiad. So anything that it's not above third place, it's going to be a worse performance. I don't want to put any pressure on you, but
Sure.
but you're conscious about that, right?
Yeah, I was following the women's event, and it was a great performance by them. Yeah, we'll try to repeat their success.
Okay. And finally, I think your live rating after these 3 tournaments in Spain, it has risen to something like 2675 under or something like that.
Yeah.
And you're also number 1 player in the world under 16, I think. Does it add any pressure for you to know that, or are you aware of that, or not really, that you're number 1 player in the world, number 1 player in the world under that age? And what are your next goals now? That are you thinking, of breaking the 2700 barrier, or what are your next steps? Towards being number 1 in the world overall.
Yes.
What are the milestones?
The last month has been really, really good. All those 3 Spanish events, I gained a lot of rating. Yeah, 2675 is a pretty good rating. Yeah, about being world number 1 under 16, it doesn't really add pressure on me because I've more often than not in my career I've been the best player in my age category, so it's pretty normal for me. Yeah, my current, I mean the ultimate goal is to always be the number one player in the world, but my current goals are to cross 2700.
Okay.
Just try to play, just try to maintain the good form.
So Magnus should be worried because it's pretty normal for you to be a number one player in the world, right?
No, I mean pretty one number one player in my age category.
Yeah, of course. So when you reach the senior age, then
hopefully, yeah.
hopefully. Gukesh, we have your father here, and he's supporting you. And I remember having met him in Sitges as well, going with you. How does it feel for you? How important is for you to have your father always next to you in this, you know, when you're traveling all around the world and following you and supporting you, I guess?
Yeah, so yeah, of course my father has been the biggest strength of my chess career, and he's probably the only person in the world who can handle me during a tournament. Because I'm always like, I'm just an awful person during tournaments. Yeah, he tolerates me and he supports me in every way possible. So, yeah, without my father I would be nothing.
Okay, I just asked you, and he wanted also to know some you know a couple of tough questions. What about girlfriends? Do you have any girlfriend now? He wanted to know. I know he wanted desperately to know.
Yeah,
so.
my father wanted to know. No, I don't.
Are you, when you're going to have a girlfriend, is she going to be a chess player, or you're going to run away from chess players?
I don't know. Let's see.
Okay. And how about studying? I mean, you're 15, 16 now, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to turn 16.
Turn 16. So you're actually in an age that you should be also attending school and doing.
Yeah.
So how do you handle both things? You know, to be a professional chess player and going for big goals, and also taking care of your education. How do you handle that? I guess your father and your family is also a big support with that.
Yeah,
right?
I mean I've taken a huge backstep in studies. I mean I'm not a regular school goer, and I very rarely write exams as well. But my school Velamal has supported me a lot. They have given me permissions for my training and my tournaments, and they don't force anything on me. So yeah, I mean it's just help from all the others, my family members and my school. It's just,
so your teachers pass your exams without your studying. They give you a pass in the exams, and you don't even have to study. That would have been great for me, actually.
Yeah, sometimes, but now I'm in 10th grade, so.
Yes, I'm just joking.
Yeah.
Okay, and finally, I saw you're valuing your sponsors during games, of course, and pictures and everything. How important is to have a sponsor for a chess player like you in India and so on? And do you want to say anything about your sponsors?
Yeah, right now Microsense is partly sponsoring me, not full time, but yeah, I mean they have been supporting me for 1 or 2 years already. So yeah, I mean, yeah,
it allows you to travel.
It allows me to travel, and it helps me financially. So.
Okay, Gukesh, thank you very much, and congratulations again on your win.
Yeah,
hopefully see you next year defend the title.
Sure.